Perkenalkan, saya Gabriela Novianti Sujarwo, dosen Bahasa Inggris di Sekolah Tinggi Ilmu Komunikasi dan Sekretari Tara Kanita, Jakarta. Di Stati, saya mengajar Business Writing. Dalam mata kuliah Business Writing 1 yang diberikan untuk mahasiswa D3 Sekretari, mata kuliah ini mengajarkan kepada mahasiswa bagaimana menulis surat undangan, perjalanan dinas, dan surat ucapan terima kasih yang sesuai dengan kaidah penulisan surat bisnis formal dalam bahasa Inggris. Mata kuliah ini juga memfasilitasi mahasiswa untuk dapat mengirim email sesuai dengan kaidah-kaidah netiquette. Setelah menempuh Business Writing 1, mahasiswa diharapkan mampu menulis surat undangan, perjalanan dinas, dan juga ucapan terima kasih dalam bahasa Inggris yang sesuai dengan format penulisan surat bisnis formal, dan juga mahasiswa diharapkan mampu menulis email sesuai dengan netiquette. Pada video ini, saya akan membawakan materi Business Writing 1, yaitu menulis undangan. Materi akan saya bawakan pertama-tama tentang 4-point plan yang menjelaskan struktur isi dari surat undangan. Dan juga saya mengajarkan format full block style dan open punctuation yang merupakan format yang pada umumnya dipakai untuk penulisan surat bisnis dalam bahasa Inggris. Kemampuan akhir yang diharapkan pada pertemuan ini adalah mahasiswa mampu menulis surat undangan dalam bahasa Inggris sesuai dengan format full block style dan open punctuation. Perkuliahan dilaksanakan secara tatap muka dengan menggunakan metode student-centered learning. Dalam metode ini, mahasiswa diharapkan aktif dalam mencari informasi tentang penulisan surat undangan, dan dosen berperan dalam memberikan umpan balik terhadap pekerjaan yang mereka hasilkan. Interaksi dosen dan mahasiswa berlangsung dua arah, di mana dosen secara aktif menanyakan kepada mahasiswa apa yang sudah mereka pelajari dan juga memberikan evaluasi terhadap tulisan yang mereka hasilkan. Penilaian dilakukan menggunakan rubrik dengan indikator correct, complete, concise, and courteous. Tulisan mahasiswa dinilai berdasarkan tata bahasa yang digunakan, kelengkapan komponen surat bisnis, kejelasan kalimat, dan juga penggunaan ekspresi yang diterima dalam bahasa Inggris. Alright, good morning everyone.
Good morning.
Nice to see you again after a week that we have met previously. Alright, and we are still here in Business Writing 1. Previous meeting, we learned about, you still remember what we learned? Previous meeting? Presentation of business document. Okay. We learned about presentation of business document. And now we are going to apply those theory, alright, in terms of invitation letters. Yeah. Before that one, I would like to refresh your memory. It is a must for you to follow this structure in writing a business document, no matter what kind of business document you have later on. But this case, we only learn about invitation letter. 4-point plan. The first one is introduction. Alright, what should you learn? Introduction. Where are you writing? Okay, you give the reason why you got the letter to the other person, and then the next one is details. Okay, in details, please write what kind of information that you want to share to the other party. If it is invitation, surely you need to tell them what kind of event you hold, and then when will you hold the event, and then maybe where is it, and if you have a dress code or something like that one, then you put it here in the second paragraph. And then on the third paragraph, it is so-called by response and action. And as you can read there, it is written how to, what is it, take an action, the reader, what the reader need to take, and then maybe the action that you will need to take. It depends on the situation later on. And then don't forget to always close your letter with one line hook. And usually the most common one is I'm looking forward to. Don't forget to follow by gel or fopping in this case. Okay. About 4-point plan. Is it understood? Yes? Okay. If yes, then the next one, still, it is about the material that we have learned previously, so called by presentation of business document. Inviting a business document, then it is the layout that you need to follow. Okay. It is correct that invitation, most likely you send the invitation to the third party, meaning to say it is someone who is not in your company. If it is not someone in your company, then you need to follow this structure or this layout. Start from the first one here. Okay, the first one here. What is it? Yeah, it is the letterhead. Okay, because it is a formal letter, it is a letterhead. Always start your letter with the letterhead. And then after letterhead, just remember, what is the next one? Initial, reference. Is it? Okay, and then after reference, date. After date, inside address. Okay, it is in the address. This one is the inside address. And then this one here, Ellen, is salutation. Correct. Correct, again. Salutation. And then the next one is subject. Yeah. If it is a subject, don't forget to write the subject all in capital letters. Okay, so again, we talk about presentation of business document, how you need to present your business document, business letter in this case. So first of all, please have the letterhead. It is your company letterhead as the sender, don't forget that. And then the next one, it is reference. Reference, what is it's written from your boss initial and then your initial as the secretary. You have to remember that one. Your boss initial / your initial as secretary. And then the next one is date. Remember that you need to follow the format of GG and MYY. If you still remember, I always put the kind of comment on your letters. You need to say start from date, month, and then year. Follow that one. Okay. And then the next one is inside address, your addressee, to whom you send the letters. To whom you send the letters. And if you already know the name of the person, put it the full name of the person. And then the address. Okay, the address. The address, and don't forget to put the job title as well, whether it is in this case, yeah, in the example here is the general manager, and then don't forget to put the address as well, and salutation. Okay, in salutation, it is in English, so it is okay for you to directly mention the name. For example, it is Mr. Alan Hill, here is the family name. So his name is Alan. Then you can say that dear Alan. It's okay. Yeah, it is the proper way to, let's say, deliver the salutation in English. And then after salutation, it is the subject. If it is invitation, then the subject must be the invitation to blah blah blah. Mention the event. For example, invitation to the conference, invitation to the gala dinner. For example, invitation to the celebration of the company. For example, something like that one. And then after that one, it is what's so called by 4-point plan. This one, the body of the letters. The body of the letters. So in the body of the letters consists of 4 paragraphs. Exactly, Tata. 4 paragraphs. The first one, introduction, detail, action, and then the last one is one line hook. Okay, this one. And Don't forget to put a complimentary closing. If you have the name there, we already know that it is Mr. Allen who will receive the letter. Then don't forget to put yours sincerely. Yeah, yours sincerely. And then your boss signature, your boss name. Don't forget to put the title and ENC if you have the enclosure. If you attach something, attach a document besides the letter. Okay, for example, it is maybe a rundown, for example, or say something like that. So again, if you enclose or if you add some other document other than these letters, then you need to put ENC here. Okay, until this one, any questions? Any questions? No question, is it understood? Okay, if there is no questions, you still remember that we are going to learn about invitation letters. Well, I would like to remind you that it is only a chunk or a part of the letters. It is only the body of the letters. Again, you still remember to start from the letterhead later on. It is just an example how to structure the letters, the body of the letters. The first one, mention function, location, date. Okay. Well, in letter of invitation, usually we write the purpose of inviting the person. Yeah, the purpose of inviting the person. In this case, what is it? The situation is you want to ask someone, in this case, ask Miss Forrester to be the speaker in your conference. That's why then you need to put the introduction that what kind of event that you are going to hold. In this case, you are going to hold a conference at the blah blah blah, in blah blah blah. You need to know that, and the first one. And the second paragraph, just remember about detail, because the situation here in the example, again, you need Miss Forrester to be the speaker in your conference. So in the detail, please mention what kind of material that you expect her to deliver, because it is the conference. Okay. In terms of detail, of course, it will be different. It is adjusted based on the situation. In this case, when you ask someone to be the speaker in your conference, then in the detail you need to mention what kind of material that you expect her to deliver. In this case, you want her to deliver about building great relationships in the office, in the company. Okay. And then you can also mention what is it, the fee, as well as the travel expense. So you can say that Miss Forrester, that's okay. When you are working with me, working with us, you are invited with us, all is settled. You just need to come. So something like this, also the detail. And then the next one is detailed program, the session. Okay. Because usually if we talk about conference, it can happen that you invite more than one speaker, maybe 2 or 3. So it is also important for the speaker that you are going to invite, for them to know when they are going to deliver the material. So always put the rundown of the event. And again, it is the one-line hook. This one, I hope to hear from you soon. I hope you are going to hear from you soon. Yours sincerely. Alright. So it is the example of letter of invitation. Now, it is your turn to write. Before you write your own letters, I want you again together, yeah. Please read what is it, the situation. You are the secretary to CEO of the company which runs the business in
oil and gas. Your company will hold a meet-up event for citizens to encourage the public relations practice in oil and gas industry. The event will be held on Tuesday, October 2025 at 11 a.m. until 4 p.m.
All right.
Thus, an invitation letter to to take part in the event. Give the deadline by T-5 to register, and your company has asked you please make available for students and learning.
Before you write the draft in your paper, have you prepared a piece of paper? Yes, okay. And a pen as well. Don't forget to prepare your pen. Alright, before that one, do you need a letterhead for this letter?
Yes.
Yes, yeah, correct. You need a letterhead because you are the secretary in PT PetroChina. Correct. PT PetroChina. And then you are going to write a letter to Director of Starkey. You already know the name. Yeah, Dr. Yakin Bhatia Siregar. Okay. And then what event that you are going to hold? What event? No. It's not that one. Meet-up event. Correct. Meet-up event. Okay, meet-up event. In the public relations and practice in oil and gas, it is the topic. The topic of the event. Okay. Okay, is there anyone who wants to try? Write the letters here, and then we can read and check together. Anyone? Who wants to go first, Tata? Alright, Tata, I want you to stop here. Okay, so everyone, could you please pay attention to this one? Yeah, what you see on the screen here. From the very beginning, it is so called by letterhead. Okay, it is letterhead. And then after the letterhead, reference, the initial of the boss, and then your initial. 4 July, okay, wait. Do you still remember the situation? The event will be held on July the 3rd. Yeah, 3 July, correct. July the 3rd or 3 July, okay. Well, if you want to send an invitation, okay, and you already know that the person need to register 5 days before the event, then when should you send the letter?
28 June. 28 June.
28 June, okay, at the latest. Okay, at the latest 28 June, at the latest to register. However, again, if we want to send the letter, maybe, not this one, you need to always remember the other party may have another agenda. That's it. You get what I mean? Very nice answer, by the way. 28, yeah, the latest. However, again, they maybe need to adjust the agenda or see whether it is okay or not, because they also have their own agenda. So let's say put it 1 week before, so you can send the letter into 20 June. Yeah, correct. I agree with you, Tata. 20 June. Okay. And then next one, this one. Right. Do you still remember when we apply full block style? Okay. We also apply open punctuation. open punctuation means there is no punctuation on the introductory paragraph. The introductory paragraph is like what Tata has written, has typed actually, start from the reference until this one. It is the subject. It is the subject, correct. Next, go on. We go on with the introduction. Okay, what should you write in introduction? What do you have in the introduction? Okay, introduction. Do you still remember what is the purpose of the event? What is the purpose of the event? Yeah, to introduce the public relations practice in oil and gas. You can put that one, Tata. In order to introduce the practice of public relations, okay, to introduce the public relations practice in oil and gas, okay, we would like to invite the Starkey students and lecturers to a meet-up event. Okay, that's it. Yeah, lecturer of Starkey to a meet-up event. Okay. To a meet-up event. Okay. Don't forget to put the article here, because you already know what kind of event it is. To introduce the public relation, we will invite, we will invite Akamunda. We will invite the student and the lecturer of Starkey to a meet-up event. Then the next paragraph is the detail. The detail. You have to put that one in your memory always. Okay. The detail. What is the detail then? Do you remember when will the event be held?
July.
Yeah, 3rd July. So the event. What in July, Tata? Yeah, the event will be held on. Correct. The event will be held on. On, okay, and the date, okay, July 2025. If you want to mention the year in English, divide it into 2, 2025. So you don't need to say 2025, that will be too long. You will lose your breath after long. Okay, just put it into 2 sections. 2025, time 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Okay, the next one. Please, yeah, nice, nice. Yeah. Would you please stop in a while, Tata? Let's check this, the introduction. Introduction already good. Okay, maybe you just need to elaborate more. If you have one sentence, make it into 2. For example, to introduce the public relation, to build up event, the meetup event is, what is it? It's used, it is a time for the students to know more about PetroChina, for example, public relation in PetroChina. You can also say something like that one. And then the event will be held on, this is the detail, start with the date, time, place, this one, and for you as well. And for Tata, the feedback, small feedback for you. If you have the name of the room like this one, okay, maybe it is only you in the company who know it, where it is. So it is always appropriate, it is always necessary for you to mention where it is. Where is Carlo conference room then? Yeah, it is in, what is that, for example, like Kompleks Bumibun maybe, or in Jalan blah blah blah. So again, always put the address, even though it is true nowadays you can always check the address on the Google map. You just need to Google it, yes. However, it is a proper manner Yeah, it is a proper manner for you to invite the person. Always give the information here, including the address. Okay, don't forget with that one again. Maybe you can later on you can revise your work. Okay, and then if you invite surely if it is a meetup event, you have the discussion, then you need to mention. It is okay for you to mention whom you invite. Usually, in certain cases, the speaker can be let's say the selling point for you to attract the person to come to your event. Usually when they look at whom that you invite. Okay. Yes. Go on with the next paragraph, Tata. Then after the details, it is the action. I hope you get the action. Okay, the action then. Okay. Then I hope the last one. Yeah. After this one, it is also called by closing part. Start from the closing salutation. After we are looking forward to, what you are going to do next? Your sincerely correct. Your sincerely and then okay. PNC, correct, okay. Thank you, Tata. Alright. Yeah, you may go back to your seat. Thank you. Yeah, you're welcome, thank you. Okay, again, an additional feedback for you as well as for everyone. Okay, maybe you can check again on your graph. There is a small grammatical mistake here. Okay, the confirmation is closed. It is double auxiliary. Okay, use simple present. Confirmation is closed. Or if it is in the future, you can also use will be closed because will must be followed by verb 1, but you have the passive voice here closed, so don't forget to have will be closed. Okay, and then we are forward. Okay, nice. Then you have to remember we are looking forward to, although it is true that usually followed by verb 1, but in this case, only for this expression, we are looking forward to meeting you. You sincerely, and actually you have what is the signature here. Don't forget to put the signature, and then it is the name of the person who will sign. Well, actually, you don't need to put PetroChina again. Why? Because you already know that the sender is PetroChina from the letterhead here. So, only director. Only the director. Don't forget to put the job title. And one more feedback, one more correction. You still remember full block style, open punctuation, no punctuation in the prefatory part, from the reference until until subject, as well as the closing part here. Start from your sincerely until this enclosure. It is so called by closing part. No punctuation as well. So please don't say your sincerely, comma, no comma, as well as here, ENC, without full stop. Without full stop. Here. Alright. That's it. So far, it's already good. You just need to have a little bit revision on the grammar as well as this one. Yeah. On the presentation of the business document. Open punctuation. That's it. Alright. Any question, everyone? Already clear? So after this one, I want you to again read your draft and then please check whether you have maybe the same mistakes like this one. Okay. Thank you for coming, everyone, and see you next week.
Thank you.